What's up, everybody? So, I wanted to talk about a new feature. It's important enough that I feel like it's worth making a video for. As you see right here, you'll see this Manage tab, right? On any of the monsters, it doesn't matter. It's always the same. Just click the Manage tab. Now, whatever monster you had selected back here, when you click Manage, that's the monster that'll be on the left. Okay, so you don't have to do Shaolin. You can always, just click on whoever you want. I'm going to use her I'm going to use her right now because then I can show you all the features. So, if you look on the left side, it shows their base stats and then what the current rune set gives is the green, right? But if I change that, and let's say I just throw in an extra rune, it tells you everything that will happen. And just above those boxes on the bottom left, it tells you what sets you'll have, the before and after sets, right? So I threw a Violent rune on, that's going to screw up the Vamp. So if I go to Vampire and throw a Vampire rune back on, bam, that set goes right back, and then again, it just shows whatever stats have changed. So this tool is very useful, and I'm going to get into a couple of other things, but I just want to say, if you get confused on this tool, you should just play around with it and try to figure it out. It's definitely worth it. So one of the other things you can do, well, there's a couple. One, up in the top left on this graph, there's all. So you don't have to specify it. So like, I have Vampire on 4, but here and here, she's not got Vampire and she's got Blade. So it's not incredibly important to have Blade. Blade is its stats over sets. So if I can get better stats without it being a set, then that's more important. In this case, I probably won't, but the fact is we could try. So I'll take a look at what the bottom one is. It's just a crit damage rune. So click this top row, click on whatever you're looking for, in this case crit damage. And then what has she got? 8 crit rates, 18% attack. That's basically the important part. Accuracy for her is okay. It's not going to hurt. Let's see what we got. So I see her crit rate's a little low, even though her crit damage is kind of up there. I don't love that. So we're going to take a quick look and see if we can't, throw this rune back on first, actually. See if we can't find a better crit rate. So, crit rate in this case is not incredibly important, but it is somewhat. So you'll see that I can click crit rate here as a sub rate, and then I could click speed. So there happens to be 2 runes that have both crit rate and speed. I mean, that's a 16 speed, that's nice, but the crit rate is going to be stuck at 6 because that's plus 6 already. If you don't know quite how that works, maybe I can put out a video in the next few days or something to try to explain how I know that can't go up in crit rate. It's really simple. Just once you've learned it, it'll be really easy to keep up with. I tell you what can be hard though sometimes is telling how a rune started. Sometimes you would this is a legendary right now, but did it start as a legendary? You never know. There's a couple of ways to tell, but they're not super important. So back on topic. So speed for me in this case is not all that important, so I'm going to get rid of it. Now, right here at this drop down, you have 3 choices: grade, main property, and sub property. In some cases, grade is the best, right? Because it's going to put your 6-star runes up front, and then you can make the decision between all the 6-star runes that you have, which in this case is just 2, which one's better. Now, there's another thing that can be pretty important if you ask me. You can click sub-property. And what that does is, since we've clicked crit rate, it puts the one with the most crit rate at the very beginning. Now this is handy, but when is it really handy? Whoops, forgot to pull him out. My bad. Let me just get him really quick. There we go. Okay. So, Frigate is essentially like Bernard in that he's a team-based attack booster, or attack bar booster, sorry. So his third ability, he increases everybody's attack bar by 50%, on top of reducing their cooldowns. So for most builds with him, you just get as much speed as you possibly can, right? So Swift Set is usually it, and then just speed, 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 nothing else matters. If you're gonna use him, I don't know, in Toa maybe, even then, I don't think anything other than speed matters anywhere. I mean, they all have their advantages. If you build him tanky, then he'll have some tank stats, which isn't bad. And if you build him more damaging, all of the captain pirates or the pirate captains ability S2s have a pretty decent ratio. So if you end up building him damage, like I think, yeah, this mine's kind of damage. It's just turned out though. I just chose the best runes for the best speed, and the main property here is highly unimportant. This just happened to have 15, so I threw it on. So if I was looking to replace, let's say that rune, right? Because it's not a set, then I could just leave it on all, click speed, and since this is on all, and then sub-property, this first one is going to be the highest speed rune that I have available. So I could switch it out and give him one more speed. And since all of these are +9, it means that their speed is maxed out. The substats are maxed out anyway. So I could switch this out, but it would only be one more speed. I'm not going to do that for one speed right now. Mostly because I like his HP percent here. I don't love this 13 anyway. I mean, the stats that come with it. What stats he has, yeah, it's not too important, but you still want him to have stats overall. You still want to be able to use him in some way. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sorry, I messed up my shoulder earlier this morning, and I've been not able to reach things all day, so I just reached over and got one of my drinks, and it's refreshing. But anyway, so we can't replace this one really. Now, I'm gonna try for one of these others, but it's gonna be a bit harder. So you see the other 4 are all part of a Swift set. The chances I can replace one of these without screwing up the Swift set and still, getting more speed, it's really low. It's really low. It's hard to break a Swift set and get more. I mean, the set, since he has 108 base speed, is at least 26 speed. Yeah, I think it's about 26. It might be 27 if they round up. I'd have to check. I'll check that later. But we can do that. We go to Swift, and then speed, right, is still highlighted. And then I'm just going to add them as they come. So 6 would be the highest, and then 5. 10. But he's got a 17 there, and then this one. Okay, so this one's +4. So it could get higher than this one, but it's a bit of a stretch. I don't have a lot of mana right now, so unless it goes speed both times, we're only going to take it to 6. Most likely this is a rune I'm going to end up using on somebody, so yeah, it's okay. So I got what, +7 to HP percent right there? Yeah, so this rune isn't going to work for him either way, but I'm going to go ahead and take it to 6 because I'm sure I'll use this on another champion. I mean, if it goes HP, if it goes speed, it kind of doesn't matter now. Not for this, I mean. Oh, wow. Well, hey, there we go, another +8 for HP, wow. I am going to spin the mana to take that to 9. Hang in there with me for a second. Skip ahead 10 seconds. Skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want to just watch this try to go up. Oh, man. This is hurting. So I did a summoning video today. I'm not 100% I'm going to post it because spoiler, if you are going to watch it, skip ahead 20 seconds. I got nothing but complete and utter junk / monsters that I already have a copy of. I got totally nothing but duplicates. I even got a Nat 5, a duplicate. So, I was irritated. I mean, I was irritated by the end of the video for sure. So, I don't know that I'm going to post it. I think what I'll do is I'll listen to it at some point. Okay, so this rune's going to be a bit more flexible since it went that extra 8% into attack. I mean, these promos were pretty good. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be a usable rune, just not for this monster. So, that's pretty much all there is to this utility. Oh, one more thing. So, you can turn this off, but I don't suggest it, and then it just kind of throws all the runes there. But if you turn this on, it separates every different rune. Like the first ones will go right there, and they'll go on a line, right? And it'll leave a space before the next one, and then that will go on a line. You take it off, and it clumps them all together. I find it harder to see very well. Also, this one, it takes away the number right there. I really suggest leaving it on. It makes it a lot faster to know, where a rune is. You can glance and pretty much know. Here's the other one that you should toggle on and off. View equipped runes. So, Frigate is very important to me. Let's say I've decided he's important enough, I'm willing to take runes off of another monster as long as it gives him more speed. So, 12 is all we've got to do. There we go. My Skogul has 19, so I could give him 7 more speed just by switching over Skogul's rune. Now, I'm not going to do that right now, but the only reason I'm not going to do that is because I'm not sure I love this rune going back to Skogul. I don't want to break violence off of Skogul yet. He's got a violence set, and I really like it. Yeah, and my next option is Bernard, but Bernard's my other attack bar booster. So, unfortunately, this time it's just not going to work out. Yeah, I mean, that's an accuracy room. I don't want that on her. Or on him. So I might end up switching this one out, but I'm going to have to do some switching around. So, same thing if I want to check the other ones. See, because I left it by sub-property, it shows you the equipped one at the very front. That tells me that none of the others are going to have higher than 16. They'll all be less. Now, none of these can be, none of these are going to get any higher on the speed either, so let's check this one. See, I know Bernard's is faster, but again, he's my other extremely fast monster. Same thing here, you can see nothing's, since the equipped one's in the front, that's going to be the best. And then, same thing. So he's got my fastest runes, even including those that are equipped for a swift set. But that's basically it. This is really just meant to kind of help everybody figure this out. The sub-property and the grade, you're going to switch those off and on, I think, a lot. I've never used main property, and I think the real reason for me not using it is because the main property is going to change. The value of it's going to change anyway, along with... I just rather see it by grade. You've got to do what you like. This game's all about having fun. All games should just be about having fun. You enjoy the game while you're having fun with it. That's all that really matters. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys see how useful of a tool this is. And I really hope it helps you out.